Alright, so today I'm taking a break from doing maintenance on my 80 series Land Cruiser, the beautiful FJ80, and I want to talk about something that's not really talked about that much. The things that many Land Cruiser owners seem to overlook. And it's just very simple things, but it's things that I never expected when purchasing my 80 series Land Cruiser. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you and I'm going to reveal the very most bothersome thing that I wish I knew before buying my 80 series Land Cruiser. And I hope that if you're looking to buy one, or if you already have one, you're probably going to be on the same page as me, right? If you're looking to buy an 80 series Land Cruiser, maybe you're testing the waters or you're seeing if the 80 series is right for you, this video will kind of help you determine or make that determination if owning one is the right choice for you. Now, this is in no way on my part buyer's remorse. I've owned my Land Cruiser for several months now, and as I've been using it daily, there's just some things that have come up, and there's things that I immediately noticed right away that I thought were strange and were kind of non-traditional when it comes to vehicles. And so I just thought I'd share this with you, and I hope it's helpful to you, and I hope you maybe learn something. So let's get started with number one. The number one thing that I wish I knew before buying my Land Cruiser was that there was a big lack of maintenance videos for the FJ80. At least for me, the FJ80, because it only ran from years 91 and 92, there's a lack of maintenance videos. There's not that many videos, which is primarily why I'm making videos about the 80 series Land Cruiser today. Part of it was because I just kind of got sucked into it and I really enjoy it. And another part is because I noticed a lot of people had similar questions that I did. And I had to do a ton of research, read through forums, read through Facebook groups. I tried to compile all that information and just kind of put it into my channel. So if you have an 80 series Land Cruiser and you haven't checked out any of my videos, I recommend you do that. I have a ton of maintenance videos that I've done, and I have way more to come because I have a lot of work to do on my 80 series. So that's it for number one, lack of maintenance videos for the FJ80. Moving on to number two, the next thing I wish I knew about my Land Cruiser was that I needed to budget for maintenance post-purchase. Now, I got a good deal, at least I think I got a good deal on my 80 series Land Cruiser, but it was neglected for about a year to 2 years. So I had to do a ton of maintenance, and I'm still doing maintenance to kind of get it up to speed. And what a lot of people don't realize is because they're older vehicles and they have more miles because they're just so sought after, they don't keep in mind that yes, these are reliable and solid vehicles, but you need to maintain them. And if the previous owner didn't maintain them, then you're going to have to do a lot of catch up so you don't have to spend a ton of money later on expensive repairs when simple maintenance could have been done. There's a lot of things that you have to do as far as baselining that if you are not willing to get your hands dirty, you might have to go to a shop to have them do it. Now, all these things are super easy. I'm not mechanically inclined, and I was able to do them. I'm an IT guy. I do IT for a living. I've done it for my entire career. That's all I do. And as long as you can move a wrench, I think you'll be fine. But I've made a ton of videos, so go ahead and check those out if you already have one or if you're planning on getting one, and just get an idea of the type of maintenance that might need to be done on your Land Cruiser. All right, moving on to number three. This is something that a lot of people have issues with. And if you're not a Land Cruiser owner, it's not a big deal to you yet, but it will be a big deal to you once you buy one. And it's the fact that the stock sun visors are terrible. They're awful. They don't work. Toyota, I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they ran out of budget. Maybe they put too much money into their axles, which I'm actually happy that they did that because those Toyota axles are solid. They're amazing. Anyways, they really lack on their sun visors. So I made a video on how to swap those out for a affordable replacement. Yes, I know that there's very expensive replacements for the Toyota Land Cruiser sun visors. That's not in my budget. So I do something that's realistic within regular people budgets, not like people that are making 100K a year budgets. So I'll link that here. But anyways, that's my third one, the terrible sun visors. The next thing I really wish I knew is I wish that I knew the differences before I bought it in the model years of the 80 series Land Cruiser. So they have the FJ80, the FZJ80, and the LX450. And there are some key differences in all of those models that should be important if you're looking to buy one. So I have another video on that, so check that out whenever you get the chance. But those are important things. I would have probably made a different choice. Not regretting buying my 80 series Land Cruiser, but I maybe would have waited for a newer year. Regardless, I absolutely love my 80 series. All right, now we're going on to number 5. And it's the fact that the center console, or, the area where like the radio and the AC is, it doesn't have a phone charger. It has a cigarette lighter, and that can actually be taken out and swapped out for like one of those phone charger things. But you actually have to like rewire it. It's not as complicated as it sounds, I promise. And I'm gonna post a video up about that soon. But just keep that in mind, right? If you're gonna be traveling somewhere to buy it and then you're expecting to be able to plug in your phone and charge it, it's not gonna work. Or if you're planning on taking this on trips, just plan on having that swapped out so you could actually charge your phone or plug in your GPS on your phone for the trip. All right, moving on to number 6. This one is kind of a big deal, especially if you live in an area where there's hotter climates. And that is that the rear didn't come with AC. So you only have AC right in the front. It does, at least mine, it blows ice cold. Colder than some of the newer vehicles that I've owned, which is really impressive. But anyways, the rear AC, none of them came with rear AC. They all came with rear heaters. So if heater's a big deal to you, maybe you live in an area with colder climate, it might not be that big of a deal. But if you live in an area like I do in California, where we have wildfires because of how hot it is, and like half the state is on fire every single year, then having rear AC is kind of a big deal. But none of the 80 series Land Cruisers, as far as I know, came with rear AC. So that's just something to think about and something to consider. All right, number 7. This is the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video, and that is the one thing that I absolutely kind of regret when purchasing my Land Cruiser is that I wish that I knew that there was no cup holders. Now, 80 series Land Cruiser owners, you guys are probably cracking up right now because you know for sure that once you drove away and the previous owner was like, sucker, and you were like, sucker, like you got a good deal, and he's like, I suckered this guy. And then you go and try to put your water bottle or your cup in the cup holder and you realize there's no cup holders, then you realize you were suckered. And that's how I felt when I was driving away. I was like, where are the cup holders? There has to be cup holders. This isn't like a video from this, this isn't a car from the 60s. There was fast food restaurants back then. What is wrong with Toyota? So I don't know why they didn't put any cup holders, and it bothers me till this day. But the good thing is that there are companies, or maybe it's just a guy, but people on Etsy, and they 3D print cup holders specifically fit to match the 80 series Land Cruiser. And some people love them. Some people say they're great. I haven't personally purchased one, so I'm not going to link anything in the description. All right, thanks for waiting till the end of the video. So what I'm going to be doing is, within the next 90 days, at the end of the 90 days, I'm going to be giving away some cup holders. Yes, some 80 series 3D printed cup holders for your 80 series Land Cruiser, or for your future 80 series Land Cruiser. If you want them, just comment down below the following words: have you rebuilt your knuckles yet? And that'll remind me to rebuild my knuckles and also make a video about that. So that way I have some type of pressure, right, to get some of my maintenance done, some of the maintenance that I've been pushing off. But anyways, that's it, guys. I'm going to be putting the exact date of the drawing in the description, but it's going to be 90 days from when I release this video. So stay tuned. And if you want to know who the winner is, you probably might want to subscribe. But I don't want you to subscribe just because you want to win them. So maybe just check back to the channel. But if you want to win them and you like 80 Series Land Cruisers and you like videos on 80 Series Land Cruisers, then consider subscribing. And I don't want you to subscribe just because I'm giving this away, because then it'll give me a false sense of, hey, people like my content, when in reality they just want to win something for free. So please, only subscribe if you like my content. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Thank you to everyone that leaves comments. You guys are amazing. Every single one of you that gives me tips or actually reaches out and says, hey, this video was helpful, it keeps me going. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I should do this video. And then after I do it, you guys bring up my spirits. So thank you very much. You guys are amazing. I hope this video was helpful, and have a wonderful day.